So Michelle, I'm going to start with you. Have you ever seen a ghost and or a flying saucer?
Let's see.
I should be clear when I ask a question like this. If you've seen Bigfoot, don't hold out on me. Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster, all of it.
Okay. Well, seen, no. Spoken to, I believe yes. When I was a kid, I had one of my best friends lived in a house, literally a house on a hill in our neighborhood, which was a mostly newish neighborhood, except for her house, which was a holdover, I suppose, because it's like over probably now close to 200 years old or something like that. The house had a name, Rose Hill. And I spent a huge amount of my childhood on Rose Hill. And when we were kids and had sleepovers together, as all young girls do, we would pull out the Ouija board and attempt to contact the spirits living in the house, and had, I think, marginal success. I think that we did speak to a spirit who lived in the house at some point in its long history. Her cellar was like Civil War era cellar, and then they built the house on top. So we would go into the scary cellar with the Ouija board and speak to the I can't remember the name of the ghost at this point, so I apologize. But so yes, my answer is yes.
She's gonna, the ghost's gonna haunt you now and be like, don't you forget my name.
Oh, I know. Maybe I just blocked it out. I'm not sure.
Remember at what point that it became clear to you that, oh no, this isn't just a spooky game I'm playing with my friends. We're actually talking to somebody here?
I still do not know the answer to that question. I think, even today I am really fascinated by all of that sort of occult, supernatural stuff. I find it really interesting because it's hard to disprove it. You can't prove it really, but you can't disprove it either. So yeah, ghosts, great stuff.
Samantha, the same question.
I'm the similar answer actually. I think I didn't see a ghost, but I think I was in the presence of a ghost one time. Before, when I was, it must have been about 9 actually. It was before my parents and I moved to Jamaica. My parents were looking, we were living in England, and my parents were looking at buying a very old farmhouse on this farmland, and it had been abandoned for years, and they were looking at buying it and kind of doing it up. And so I went with them one day to look at this farmhouse, and they're looking around at, the structure and stuff, and they said, go, and I'm an only child, so it was just, me, the only child. And they're like, go look around, go see what do you think of the bedrooms and stuff. So I go upstairs, and I'm not the bravest person in the world. So I'm like crawling upstairs going, okay, this is super creepy. But there was nothing really there. The house was empty. Nobody had lived there in probably 100 years. I mean, it was a very old farmhouse in English countryside. And I go into this one room, and I remember this so vividly because I opened the door, and this the only room. I pushed the door open, and it was the only room that had any furniture in it, and all it had was a rocking chair, and it was rocking.
Oh no,
I know. That's what I thought. I ran all the way down and said, I don't like it here, and I ran out to the car. that was as perfect.
Nope. That's a big nope for me.
Seriously? I know. So I think that I was in the presence of a ghost. Yeah, but I was too chicken to run to actually stay long enough to see. I was just hightailed it out of there really fast. But I'm pretty sure there were no open windows. I mean, old houses can be drafty, but to push a rocking chair, and it was the only piece of furniture in the entire house. I think it was a ghost. I'm convinced.
Yeah, no, the wind powerful enough to move a rocking chair, you're going to notice and feel that.
Right. That's what I think, and I couldn't feel anything. So, yeah.
That's a situation in which superpower of invisibility is not going to help out so much because the ghost is also invisible. Presumably, they're still going to be able to see you. So
That's right. Maybe if you have the power of invisibility, though, maybe you can like get into their realm.
Yeah.
The idea of invisibility could go lots of ways. I was actually thinking about this a lot when I was writing Opal's story, because that's her power. But I didn't get into the ghost realm. But I was thinking like, well, is invisibility just you're invisible, but you're still there? You're still physical? Or is invisibility that you're not even physical anymore? Like, you know, you can put your hand through things, and which is what Opal ends up being able to do. But in this case, like you just said, Rob, like, maybe invisibility can send you to the ghost realm. Then you can actually see ghosts and hear ghosts, and that would be a whole other idea. That could be a good book.
Your next book. I
know.
Think I will be reading my name in the acknowledgments. This is going to be fantastic.
Absolutely.